Hi everybody, we're going to kick it up a little bit of a notch today on our fine motor activities and exercises and crafts week. And today we're going to make little frogs. I have a little one, a little teeny tiny one that I made. We're going to make little origami frogs. This was my practice round. I have a bigger one that didn't go as well, but hopefully we'll get it this time. So you can start with regular rectangular construction paper. However, you're gonna need to turn it into a square. Most origami starts with square pieces of paper. So the way to do that is to make a diagonal fold. You want to make a diagonal fold across your paper. So it looks like this. And then you're going to cut where you're going to cut along this edge. So I'm going to cut it off and I will be right back. Okay, so you should have a rectangle and a triangle. And if you unfold your triangle, now you have a square. So now you can start your origami. So the first step to our frog origami is to fold the paper in half. And because it is a square, and squares are even on all sides, hot dog and hamburger are the same direction, which is great news, because it means we can fold it whichever way is the most comfortable for us. And as long as we're folding it in half, it should be even. So you're going to fold it in half, just like this. Okay, so once we've folded it in half, now we're going to take each of these top corners and we're going to fold them diagonally. So first I'm going to start with this top corner, and I'm going to line up my edges. Make sure I'm hitting as close to the middle of that corner as possible. And fold. I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to go the other way. So I just folded this corner down. Now I'm going to fold this corner down. Again, I'm going to line up my edges, try and get right across the middle of my corner, and then flatten down my side. Pinch, pinch, pinch. That's where this fine motor control comes in, plus having to manipulate the paper around in different ways is where we're going to get this fine motor strengthening and control. So now that I've gone this way, I'm going to fold this top edge so that it comes down to meet the bottom of the points that I just made on all of these triangles. So I want the top two corners to meet the points of my folds from those last two steps. So that it looks like that. Okay? All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to bring all the triangles in together to make a new triangle. I will show you in just 1 second. I just want to get it set up so it'll fold the way I want. Okay, so I started like this. I'm gonna fold it along that last fold we just made, and also along these bottom diagonal lines so that they come down and meet. And then I'm gonna flatten the top so I have a triangle. If you're having a hard time following along with my video, there are plenty of other YouTube videos that show you how to fold these. So if we get to the end and yours isn't working, don't worry about it. Just try to look for another YouTube video. All right, the next step is to make the front legs. So once you've got all these creases down nice and tight, you might just want to pinch over them. Make sure everything's down nice and tight. There's also origami paper, and if you happen to have any of that in your house, you might want to try that instead of construction paper. It's just what I have lying around. So to make the front legs, we're going to take each of these top corners, so these right here, and we're going to fold them up so that the top points come out over the side of the triangle. To make ourselves some front legs. I'm gonna fix mine up a little bit. So that they're even on both sides. Okay, so now I have my front legs, and if you look from the top of the page, you can see it's starting to look like the front of my little frog. All right, so the next steps are to take this bottom edge and you're going to fold it up so that the bottom corners come up to meet the bottom of this top triangle. So it's going to look like this, and all I did was go here, and I haven't made my fold yet, but that's my frog. Oops. Losing my glasses. Okay. So there is that fold. Then I'm going to take each one of these sides and I'm going to tuck the edge away so that it's under here. So I'm going to fold it just like that. So I went, here's where it was before. I'm tucking it underneath the top layer of this triangle. Or I'm sorry, the whole top part of the frog. And I do that on both sides. And what I end up with is a little, almost like a Baby Yoda, little folded piece of paper for all my Star Wars fans out there. All right, now we fold the bottom edge up again so that the bottom edge comes up to touch the top half of the frog, or the bottom point of the little diamond or triangle, whatever you're referring to it as in your head. It's kind of morphed from a triangle to a diamond. So I'm just going to get mine going since the construction paper is getting a little thick, but I will show you. So we started here with our little Yoda, and then we just fold him up, just like that. All right, this next part is the hardest part. So I'm gonna try to show you how to do it, but it is kind of tough, so I may have to do it down below camera and then bring it up and show you. What you're going to do is you're gonna half unfold these bottom points you just did so you can make folds on the angles of the corners. So this is the inside of that fold. I'm bringing it down. I'm opening it up here. I'm gonna try to make, so I went here, I'm opening it up here. I'm trying to make a little pocket that folds on each of these corners. So that I have little frog legs I can bring up. And now from the top, it really is starting to look like a frog. All right, the last bit left is to fold out the feet and then accordion the back end of the frog so that it will go for little frog jumps when we push down on it. So I was here, and I have these little points or tips of triangles that I'm going to fold down so that they kind of hang over. And then I'm going to flip my frog so that you can see his little froggy body. So this is the back of your frog. Then I'm going to accordion fold his legs up so that his little back legs are on top. And then I'm going to reverse it and fold them back down so that when I let go, he has this little fold across his back. And then your frog is all done, and you can just set him up just like this. Mine's a little off kilter, but that's okay. And he will hop if you press down here and let him go. And that also, that motion there of making our frog hop is a fine motor activity as well. So bye everybody. I hope you enjoy your origami frogs.